Hi folks, it's Danny at Bronte James Classic Cars, and today we are bringing you a simply superb example of the well-loved Rover 618 from 1999. Now this car has remarkably only managed to cover 23,000 miles since new. It really is in remarkable condition, and it's probably the best one that we've had. And I think anyone who remembers just how nice these cars were to drive is going to be interested to come and buy this one. Night Fire Red always looks remarkable in this Rover range. Actually, as a coincidence, we've got a Rover 416 in the same colour. That looks striking as well. The car does present just as good as you hope it's going to be, let me put it that way. I will get up close with the camera, but I've just done a quick circuit just to give you an idea of what we're talking about. Now, where does this fit in the range? Now, the 618, this is the S model, so it does come with a few more of, let's say, sporty appointments. Six-spoke aluminium wheels, which are virtually perfect. And they are wearing a set of, well, I don't know about a set, well that one's a Continental tyre that looks pretty new to me, and I think it's Bridgestones on the rear, but they're quality tyres and the wheels are in excellent condition. Disc brakes all round. The suspension was slightly sportier on the S model, so this one does actually sit well without it being what you'd call slammed. Very hard to slam a car when it's only got, I'm going to have to make a guess, and they look like 15 or 16 inch wheels to me. Let me see. Oh, I've challenged myself. There we are, 16 inch wheels. So it's got a nice stance and it looks pretty wonderful. Now, the interior is in immaculate condition, and I'd go as far to say it's one of those cars where it really does look like no one's sat in the back. Well, 23,000 miles, they've hardly sat in the front. And as you can see, that part leather cloth interior looks absolutely beautiful. It contrasts really well, and being that S model, can you see they are a sportier design, those seats. It's lovely that it's retained its original radio cassette. You'll see that there's air conditioning, very nice clear instrumentation, and there's your 23,000 miles fitted Rover mats. A little bit of a wood accent to the dashboard there to give it a bit of class, but despite it being a 1999 car, we still do have electric windows. We do have central locking. We've got an electrical adjusting door mirrors, and so a very nice specification all round. And I wrote myself a little note earlier just to see if I can remind myself of what else the S gave you. They called that lovely interior Silverstone cloth. That was what I was trying to remember. Silverstone cloth and leather. So it is very nice. You will feel it's probably like driving a new one back in the day, because it really does drive that well. Now the car itself has been washed. There's very few marks, literally the odd mark here and there, but nothing that I would call in any way bodywork damage. It's in remarkably good order, as are the alloy wheels. And if I remember rightly, I don't like to ponder on the negatives, but did I see one of those alloy wheels had a minor scuff? It did. So there, we've got a little bit of a paint rub on there, but I think you can forgive it that, because it's been around. It looks like the tyres on the back look pretty new to me. Bridgestones, they seem to not have any wear. Now let me show you the boot space. And one of the other wonderful things with this car is the absolutely extensive service record. It comes with 3 keys, and in fact one of the keys, the red key, has never even been taken out of the packet. You'll notice that it's a Dixon Rover here and here. It has its supplying dealer number plates, and there's the sticker in the back of the car, which is really nice, especially if you're interested in the showing circuit. Here's the original sales brochure which comes with the car. Here's the original folder, service record, and all paperwork pertaining to the car. So that's the dealer handbook, and if you just have a look, the backup is all of that paperwork. And now I've got a photograph of that all laid out. There's a huge amount of paperwork. I think I promised you extra keys. There's the second set, and here's the red key with the remote. Well, and there's that boot, and as you can see, I don't think that's had a lot of hard work. You can pull these down and you can actually put a through load through there. Let's spend another moment looking at the interior, especially now I've been reminded of what it's called. That was the word I was looking for, Silverstone. Lovely sporty seats, very adjustable with lumbar. You can get comfortable in these. And I'm just going to pan over that impressive interior once more. Unmarked plastics, really super comfy, and the car is a complete pleasure to drive. Now let's just pull that bonnet release and have a little look at the engine. Now, for those of you that can remember the era or know your Rovers, they happen to share an engine with some Hondas of the era, and it was actually I believe it's a Honda Accord model. I could be wrong, but I think it was a Honda Accord. That also shared this engine, and a pretty similar looking car actually, built in Swindon in the UK, but badged up as the Honda. Now the engine really does look as if it's only done that 23,000 miles. It's super clean in here, and again with some minor detailing. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, rub a bit of silicone spray here and there on some of these hoses and rubbers, and it would probably look brand new under here. It's nice to see that we've got a quality Bosch battery here. The car starts and drives very well. There's the air conditioning pumps out there. Nice engine to work on actually. 16 valve, as we can see from the rocker cover, and in fact, for those of you used to modern cars, there's actually a nice little bit of working space around these. Very basic electrics compared to new cars, so rather than having ECUs stressing you out with their warning lights, the Rover, even though it did have some very minor electronic functions, you can literally comparatively count on one hand just how sophisticated the electrics are on a car from this era compared to what we're enduring now. So just to summarize, Rover 618i, and it's the S version, which is the sporty one. It's got fantastic bodywork, wonderful interior, very clean under the engine bay. The car drives superbly well, and this really would be a modern classic. You could drive it every day, and it would be very nice to buy a car knowing that rather than going to the dealer and losing a huge percentage of its value the moment you drive it away, and then it's worth half as much in 2 or 3 years. We can never be sure and guarantee future values of classics, but if you keep it in this sort of condition, there is a possibility that this car will be worth everything you've paid for it, and certainly more in the future, as classic car prices have a habit of increasing over time. But forgetting the financial side, just what a lovely looking car, and to have one of these show up, anyone is going to come and compliment you and say you keep a lovely car there. And if you are into the show circuit, I think turning up in one of these with just 23,000 miles, I think members from any modern Rover society would welcome you with open arms for a car in this condition. There's the driving lights down there. This S specification, in my opinion, is a lovely choice to go for. Super comfortable seats. The car goes very well. That 16 valve engine, nice and raspy. Certainly a modern car feel from a modern classic look. So the car's in stock. Please come and make an appointment, or please come and see this car. Please make an appointment first, because all our cars are kept inside in storage. All the cars go through our workshop and have a thorough inspection before they leave us, and we'll make sure that this car is fully valeted and in lovely condition for when you take it away. Thank you very much for looking at the video, folks. This is Danny at Bradley James Classics signing out. Thank you.